The big five personality traits. Let's add some context to these traits, shall we? In a small town called Personalityville, there lived five unique characters who embodied the big five personality traits. These characters were known for their distinct behaviours and outlooks on life. First up, we have extroverted Eddie. Eddie was the life of the party, always seeking social interaction and thriving in the company of others. He had a lot of energy and loved being the centre of attention. Eddie embodied the extroversion trait. Next, we have conscientious Connie. Connie was the organised and responsible one in Personalityville. She was always planning ahead, making lists, and staying on top of her tasks. Connie valued order and took pride in her accomplishments. She represented the conscientiousness trait. Then we have open-minded Oscar. Oscar was a free spirit who embraced new experiences and ideas. He was curious about the world and loved exploring different perspectives. Oscar was open to change and had a creative streak in him. He embodied the trait of openness to experience. Next, we have agreeable Annie. Annie was known for her warmth and empathy towards others. She always put the needs of others before her own and sought harmony in her relationships. Annie was a great listener and had a knack for resolving conflicts. She represented the agreeableness trait. Last but not least, we have neurotic Ned. Ned was quite an anxious character, often worrying about things and experiencing mood swings. He was sensitive to stress and tended to overthink situations. Despite his anxious nature, Ned was also highly self-aware and reflective. He embodied the trait of neuroticism. In Personalityville, these characters interacted with each other in various ways. Eddie's extroversion made him the life of the party, while Connie's conscientiousness ensured everything ran smoothly. Oscar's open-mindedness brought fresh perspectives to discussions, and Annie's agreeableness created a harmonious atmosphere. However, Ned's neuroticism sometimes caused tension, but his self-awareness helped him understand and manage his emotions. And there you have it, a little story to understand the psychology behind the big five personality traits. Each character in Personalityville represented a different trait, and their interactions showcased how these traits can shape our behaviours and relationships. Remember, we all have a unique blend of these traits, and they play a significant role in shaping who we are as individuals. Let me break these traits down for you and explain how each trait is represented. Extroversion. This trait is all about being outgoing, sociable, and energetic. In the story, extroverted Eddie embodied extroversion. He was the life of the party, seeking social interaction and thriving in the company of others. Conscientiousness. This trait refers to being organised, responsible, and diligent. Conscientious Connie represented this trait in the story. She was always planning ahead, making lists, and staying on top of her tasks. Openness to experience. This trait reflects a person's willingness to embrace new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Open-minded Oscar embodied this trait in the story. He was a free spirit who loved exploring different perspectives and had a creative streak. Agreeableness. This trait is about being warm, empathetic, and cooperative. Agreeable Annie represented agreeableness in the story. She always put the needs of others before her own, sought harmony in her relationships, and had a knack for resolving conflicts. Neuroticism. This trait refers to being prone to negative emotions like anxiety, worry, and mood swings. Neurotic Ned embodied neuroticism in the story. He was an anxious character who often worried and experienced mood swings. However, he was also highly self-aware and reflective. Each character represents one of these traits, showcasing how they can shape our behaviours and interactions with others. Eddie's extroversion, Connie's conscientiousness, Oscar's openness, Annie's agreeableness, and Ned's neuroticism demonstrated the different aspects of personality that the big five traits encompass. Remember, these traits are not black and white, and individuals can have varying degrees of each trait. It's the unique combination of these traits that makes each person's personality truly fascinating.